And what is up, everybody? Welcome to your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show. We are live and amplified here at Teen Vision TV 16. I am your host, Pep Fernandez. We got a great show coming your way. We're going to dive into the local volleyball scene a little bit later. We've got the head coach from Mount San Jacinto College, Serinna Eason. We also have the head coach from UC Riverside, Nicky Cannon, joining us live on the show. We're also giving away Inland Empire 66er tickets. Again, we're giving away 4 free tickets every single week right here on the Inland Sports Show. And, of course, our summer football series rolls on a little bit later in the show. We will hear from David Otuafi, the new head coach at Pacific High School. But leading things off, he's a friend of the show. It is the great Tommy Leach from the Roosvelt Mustangs. And, Coach, you know, every time I think of you being here in the studio. You had your son in here. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and I'm telling you, my son, because I told him right now he's in the other room. I told him, oh, I'm in that meeting. I'm in that show that you were at. He goes, oh, can I be on it? And I'm like, well, we're not going in. So, no, he remembers too. That was awesome.
That was a good time. And, Coach, I always appreciate you making time for us here on the Inland Sports Show. And, again, I wanted to check in with you as we get ready for the football season. There's so much stuff to talk about. The new conference, what you guys were able to accomplish last year, and you got a great group coming back this year. But first things first, you just got back from vacation, man. You look great. You got a tan. You look relaxed. You look like you're ready to go.
Oh, man, I did. I needed to recharge. I know all our players did. I kind of like the new dead period, the way it works with only 2 weeks off, though, because, you know, when you have 3 weeks, you kind of put kids, you know, pressure on kids to come in the weight room and not kind of enjoy their break. But now it's only 2 weeks. It's like, hey, go do your thing. We'll have the weight room open, but just go and enjoy and relax and recharge your batteries and get ready to go.
Well, Coach, if you're like me, I have a hard time relaxing, even while on vacation, because I'm just thinking about all the things that are piling up that when I come back, I'm going to have to get done. Are you the same guy? Are you able to just block it out and just enjoy family time?
Well, I always say, hey, look, you know, vacation's over. Now I can relax, because when I'm on vacation with the 2 boys and the family, it is work. But I go hard, though, man. When I'm on vacation, I go hard. I have a lot of fun. It's easy for me to kind of like forget things, even though it is, you know, a lot of work. I go hard. I enjoy it. I love it. So I can you know, forget things and just cut it off.
Then you're a better man than me. I just stress out the whole time. I'm like, I wonder what the dogs are doing. Are people taking care of our dogs in our house? Is it okay? And I guess I'm just a worrywart. But anyways, Coach, let's talk some football here. You had such a great team last year. How many guys are coming back to this year's squad? And what do you like about this year's edition of the Roosvelt football team?
I'm going to tell you, here's what I'm like. Even last year, there, you know, coming from the post-COVID and, you know, just trying to let our team know, because I've got so much experience with high school football and what great teams are and what they're not. And last year going in, I'm telling our team we're great. We're great. I'm telling you guys we're great. We're great. And I don't think our team believed it. I don't think our coaches believed it. And then we lose to Great Oak game 1. And, you know, it kind of was, you know, a thing where I'm like, man, you know, these guys got to believe. And finally they did. You know, we got smacked by Marina Valley, but we had a lot of COVID issues, even both games going on. And, you know, this year's team, I'm going to tell you, we should be better in my eyes than last year's team. We got a lot of greatness coming back. Our quarterback's coming back. We got some running backs coming back. Our O-line should be better. Our D-line was really young last year. We got skill. We got a couple of transfers in that are just amazing. And then we got some baseball players that, to me, are just phenomenal football players that are multi-sport athletes. Anyway, well, here's my son right here.
Yeah, so. There you go. Make another appearance.
Yeah, big time. Anyway, you like his Pokemon pajamas?
Yeah.
I'm just looking forward to season with the new league. I love the fact that we're in this tough league. I'm just so excited. I can't wait.
Now, Coach, I don't have your schedule in front of me, but I'm assuming you play Chaparral, right?
Yeah, last game of the year. Yeah,
that's going to be a fun one, right?
Oh yeah, well we played them last year. The end I think it was our last league game. And I think for Chaparral it was kind of like hard because we did play a couple games under some COVID situations. We didn't look good as we were. And, we handed it to them pretty good. And I think they were kind of in shock. And I was telling them, hey, look, we're a really good team. Don't be in shock. You guys are really good. And you took us lightly. I mean, obviously, I think they took us lightly. But, for them, obviously they went to the quarters last year. They played it, had a good year. I still know a lot of their coaches over there. So, if it's not Roosevelt, I'm rooting for Chaparral.
All right, Coach, who do you have the first game of the season?
First game of the season, we're playing King. So it's kind of like a crossover with our kind of sister league, whatever you want to call it. So we play King and then Corona. And then we play Heritage, Paraclete, and JW North. So that's our non-league.
All right, that's a great non-league schedule. And yes, some of those crossover games inside the conference with King and Corona. But I bring up your first game of the year against King because, Coach, that could be win number 100 for head coach Tommy Leach. How does that sound?
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I'm telling you, I do count the wins because if you knew my past and where I came from and, how hard it was for me to get here, one of my mentor coaches, you got to get 100 wins, get a couple championships. He's a Hall of Fame coach and he never got a championship. And, so I've been kind of counting the wins. And last year, in that semifinal game against Apple Valley, we were so close. And, 100 wins to me would be a big deal, especially playing the people we play, right? I mean, for me, it's sometimes not even about the wins. It's about the losses because it's about the people we play. And the losses for me always make us better. So if you look at my history of how I coach, where I played, I played in the toughest league in California. I coached when I started in the toughest league in California. I coached with Edison, the toughest league of California, with, Los Alamitos and Esperanza. That's when we were all really, really tough, right? Then I come in and I go to Diamond Ranch a couple of years. I go to Chaparral. Southwestern League was really, really tough. But then we got that division, Inland Division with Centennial, Norco. Rev was really, really tough. And teams wouldn't play us. Mater Dei wouldn't play us. St. John Bosco at the time wouldn't play us. And then when I got fired, I'm like, hey, look, no, I want to go and do the toughest league. And, obviously in the Riverside County, Big Eight's the toughest league. And so I look forward to it. I love the competition. There's no place I'd rather be in this league. I think we're going to be like the second toughest league in the state, if not nation, when you all add it up. But one thing I can say, 100 wins is going to be really, really tough. But going into this league, I'm the only coach in this league that has beaten every team. I've beaten every team in this league. Chaparral, Centennial, Norco, Roosevelt twice, Murrieta Valley a bunch of times, Vista Murrieta in the big championship game. So I'm the one guy that has beaten every team, that's
the stat amazing. Of the day right there. Tommy Leach is the only guy to beat all the teams in this new league in the Big West Conference here.
Yeah. So, not even Logan can say that, Chuck can't say that, I mean, nope. Peterson at Vista Murrieta can't say that. So, it's pretty good.
Coach, you've mentioned it a couple times, going back to last year's CIF Southern Section Division III semifinals. You're at home, you're against Apple Valley. You guys get stopped on the doorstep to win that game, get to a championship game. Do you think about that much, or you just book trips to Cabo and just forget about it?
Oh, no, it eats at me, because I was last 2 years I called the offense. So I took over the offense and, that was basically, you say sometimes the great Tommy Leach. Well, on that call, I was not the great Tommy Leach. I mean, there's other things I should have done. They call a timeout because they're kind of like in panic mode. Don't get me wrong. The play that we worked, if we executed, we just walk in the end zone. But we had 3 opportunities to score and probably just throw to Chris Johnson on a slant. He gets in. If not, we reset. But we come out of the timeout, we're calling a pass play. And then, I'm lacking confidence, right? Because I'm a second-year coordinator. I don't really call offense. Other coaches are telling me, no, let's go with this. Let's go with this. And if it's me being the confidence Tommy Leach, I'm calling the play that I want to call. Well, I had some doubt. I went the other direction. And, it's just the simple things like do your job. We get down, it's down block. That's all we do is down block, and we don't. We base block, let their backer that's going to Boise State come right through untouched and make a play, make him look like a hero. And they were in the defense we wanted them to be in. But, it eats at me. But there's no team in that division I'd rather lose to Apple Valley because I love their heart. I loved how they played. I love their coaches. They're just a tough team. I'd say another word, but I know it would be inappropriate, but I really appreciated that team, and losing to them really wasn't an insult at all.
Yeah, Division III was stacked last year. There was a lot of good teams in Division III. Coach, let's wrap it up like this. What do you guys have to do well as a team this upcoming season to have a chance to make another run to a CIF title game? What do the Mustangs have to do well?
Well, number one, I just got to do a better job. I've got great coordinators, great coaches. I'm going to tell you, this is the best year as far as my coaching staff going into a season. Steve Shelley, Ron Geringer's with me as an OC. Our staff is great. Me, myself, I'm going to be the best head coach I can be. But what we got to do, and again, since I've been at Roosevelt, every year we've had enough to win the championship. Every year. I just haven't done a good enough job to get our players to believe. And just all they got to do is do their job with 100% effort, and that's good enough. Because like I said, we're on the doorstep. We call a play. All we need is a down block. We walk in the end zone, right? We don't do our job, right? And there's other plays before that where this is not even a game. I mean, we get them into passing situations. I mean, we're playing Rancho Cucamonga the week before, who has much more skill, right? And we own them, right? I mean, we pretty much dominate them. We get them in the situation we wanted, and we don't do our job, and we give up 3 easy touchdowns, like gimmies, right? That team worked. It worked to score. It worked hard, man. Hard running game, all that stuff, right? Against every other opponent. Against us, 3 gimme touchdowns. And that put us in a position where it's like, oh, man. So all we got to do is do our job. I mean, but what do I got to do is convince them to do their job. Mm-hmm. So it all fall backs on me and pretty much our coaches. And if we just do our job and with 100% effort, we're going to get our first CIF title.
Yeah, you guys are, I think, in a really good spot. Coach Leach, I always appreciate your time. Tell your son I said hello as he popped in real quick. That was fun. And welcome back from vacation, man. Here we go. The football season is literally right around the corner now.
Well, thanks, Pep. I really appreciate you. I know everybody in the Riverside IE area appreciates you and what you do. So thankful for you. So thanks.
Yes, sir. That is the great Tommy Leach from Roosevelt High School here on the Inland Sports Show. Thank you so much, Coach Leach. We always appreciate the time. We're going to take our first commercial break. When we come back, we're going to hear from David Otuafi from Pacific, and we're giving away those Inland Empire 66ers tickets when we come back on the Inland Sports Show.
What up, guys? Boost Man here at the Boost Performance Center. You're watching the Inland Sports Show with the one and only Pep Fernandez. What up, y'all? Boostman here with a quick 2 cent. Parents, stop focusing so much on your child's performance and focus on fun. When athletes are having fun, that turns into passion. And passion is the driving force behind longevity, growth, and high performance. So if you ever want to know if you're really doing the right things for your child's development, start by finding the fun. Boostman.
welcome back, everybody, to the Inland Sports Show, live and amplified here at Teen Vision TV 16. Yes, it is time to give away 4 more tickets to the Inland Empire 66ers, proud affiliate of the LA Angels of Anaheim. And all you got to do this week is send us a DM on Inland Sports Twitter or Instagram with your name, the city where you live, and your favorite baseball team. It might be the 66ers. It might be a major league team. It might be a high school team. But just your name, your city, and your favorite baseball team. That's the contest this week. Now, last week, let's go ahead and show that graphic, Johnny, with the winner, Nate Meza from Riverside. She and 3 others are going to see the Inland Empire 66ers. She won our 4 tickets from last week. And congratulations to Nate Meza. She's going to go enjoy the Sixers out there. Hashtag sound the horn and check out the Inland Empire 66ers in action. I believe she's going to go in like 2 weeks or something like that on a Friday night. So you could be just like Nate and going to a 66ers game, but you have to enter the contest. So if you're watching us live right now, you can go ahead and hit the DM, or we're going to put it out on social media a little bit later. But you could get a head start on everybody, the inside track. If you're watching the show live right now, send that DM right now to enter the contest. All right, now let's transition back to high school football. The summer football series rolls on. Had a chance to check out some Pacific Pirates football practice and hear from their new head coach, David Otuafi. We'll have the whole interview with Coach on IEMG, but here's a little sample of it as he tries to get the Pirates going in the right direction, trying to build the numbers back up in the Pirates program and encourage and coach up the kids he's got out there. Here's Coach Otuafi.
We are going to win some games. You know, and they need to believe that. We need to get out of the mentality of, you know, going into somewhere and getting beat by 50 points. You know, we may not win, but we're going to go there and we're going to give them a good fight. We're going to, when we leave there, they're going to set it. You know, they came here to play. You know, and as coaching staff, we're going to teach them best we can to go out there and give it the best that they have. Like I told these kids, they put in the time and effort, they will play. My job is to find where they can come in and be helpful. Like I said, my daughter, she'll probably come in at defensive end and give some of my DNs a breather. You know, some of these guys that probably normally wouldn't play, you know, I'm pushing them. Tell them, hey, you know, here's the technique that you're going to need. You know, give it the best shot because you're going to go in. I am going to need you to go in and give somebody a breather. Because if, you know, injuries do happen, but I don't want my kids to get hurt because they're being overworked. So, yeah, numbers would be great, but that's something I don't have.
And that was Coach Otuafi. And what's cool about this, too, is 2 of his sons are out there helping coach the Pirates as well. His sons played high school football at Upland, some really good Scots teams. And now he's got his sons out there. He's out there. And Coach Otuafi actually coached some volleyball where his daughter played at Pacific last year. But now it's all about the football right now for Pacific and the Pirates. All right. We're going to go to another break here. When we come back, we're going to, pivot from high school football to some college volleyball. We're going to check in with Serinna Eason. She is the head coach at Mount San Jacinto College, back-to-back conference champions. And then UC Riverside volleyball, brand new head coach in Nicky Cannon. In fact, she's got a virtual meet and greet tonight. But before she does that, she'll be right here. We're going to break it down, some Highlander volleyball with Coach Cannon right around the corner. We will be right back on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show.
This is Citrus Hill head coach Jordan Tanioka, and you're watching the Inland Sports Show.
I would say the one thing that we stress more than anything else is service to our customer. Make sure that they're taking care of whatever you can do to make sure that that order gets to them on time and it's the right quality and what they want. I've been that way since 1976. That was my goal, to reach out to local sports programs, and it's grown from there, and we've been very, very fortunate. My grandson is right over here. He's working for us, and he's going to college right now, and that's exactly what my son did 20-some years ago, and it keeps on going, you know. Customers that come in the store that it's amazing. People that I haven't been here since I was a little kid, and I used to come in here all the time, and then now I'm bringing my son in here, or a grandpa that's bringing his grandson in here that came in here when we first opened back in '76. We just feel so fortunate to have been a part of this community and this Inland Empire for going into our 44th year now, and it's just been a blessing.
All right, everybody, we are back at the Boost Performance Center with Ray Bass, a.k.a. the Boost Man, with another gridiron question. And, Coach, when we talk about athletic training, let's say I'm a baseball guy. Do I come in looking for baseball kind of drills, or is there such a thing as just general sports conditioning? Can you kind of clarify what that is?
Yeah, no doubt. When it comes to youth athletic development, what a huge misconception that parents have is that it needs to be specific to their sport. Reality is that youth athletes benefit a lot from variety. So getting exposed to different strength training exercises, different movements, training different energy systems is actually great in terms of building their overall athleticism. You really don't need to start getting specific with your development until you're a bit older and you have a solid base of speed, strength, and power. But in the early phases, the variety helps. It's going to help them become better overall athletes. So simply put, no, your training doesn't need to be sport specific. Getting stronger, getting faster, more powerful, that's the goal. And you need to introduce a lot of variety in order to achieve that.
That makes sense, and you heard it here first from the Boost Man, Coach Ray Bass. If you have a gridiron question for Coach Bass, go ahead and hit us up with a DM on social media. He'd love to answer it on a future gridiron question here at the Boost Performance Center. The Dodgers, things are looking pretty good. One of the best teams in baseball, not even completely healthy right now. And, I think you're in a good spot when, if you would have said Tony Gonsolin is your top pitcher this season, you've been like, wait, hold on. What about Walker Buehler? And what about Clayton Kershaw? And what about 20-game winner Julio Urias? But Tony Gonsolin is actually their best pitcher this year. So if he's your best and you got those three other aces on your staff, pitching wins championships, man. The Dodgers are in a really good spot right now. Yeah, or even like 7 Wimbledon championships. That's like 7 Super Bowls, or winning the World Series 7 times. It's like, dude, that is a dynasty. That's like Jimmy Johnson in NASCAR, the Patriots in the NFL. Like there's just certain guys who just dominate their sport. And, if you get a chance, again, stop what you're doing. Just check it out because, it's one of the greatest of all time, Novak Djokovic. My boys, Patrick and 40 on KCAL 96.7 FM. We talk sports every Monday and Thursday morning, so check it out. Now, we've been talking high school football. We had the great Tommy Leach from Roosvelt, David Otuafi from Pacific, but now we go from high school football to some college volleyball. Joining us live here on the Inland Sports Show, she is the head coach at Mount San Jacinto College and your back-to-back conference champion, Serinna Eason. Coach, welcome to the show. Good to see you.
Hi, you guys. It's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
So, Coach, listen, I've been doing a little homework on social media, and I can tell you guys are already getting to work at MSJC, right? Like the season's right around the corner.
Yes, so we are about 4 weeks out of season right now, and we've been training since June 21st with our squad going into next year and doing our summer training. So, yeah, we are the ball's rolling right now, and we're excited. We have our first conference match, in less than a month away.
So, Coach, obviously, if you win a conference championship, it begs the question, well, how many players are coming back from that team? Are you loaded again? Or maybe you got an influx of great freshmen? How does the team look this year?
Yeah, we have a lot of returners. So we have about 9 girls that are returning to our team that were on our team from last year. And then we have 10 new girls coming in. And I think that's the unique thing about community college is you get the returners, but you always have a big fluctuating class of freshmen coming in that you just got to start over with and continue to build from the previous year.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because in high school you get them for 4 years, or if you're playing Division I, you got them for 4 years at least. But yeah, the JC is kind of a revolving door. Was that kind of an adjustment a little bit?
You know what? I think at first it was, but now I think we have the hang of things. We change things every year a little bit, but now we understand how important it is to teach our freshmen coming in about leadership. So then when they go into their sophomore year, they're now technically my seniors if you were at a 4-year school, right? So they're the leaders of my program. So we put a huge emphasis on culture, leadership, teaching them how to compete from the start in our program. So by the time they're a sophomore, they have that experience. And I think that's really what makes community college athletes unique. And that's why I love coaching at this level, is just the real development that you see from them coming in from their freshman year to when they transfer out from their sophomore year.
Coach, obviously back-to-back Inland Empire Athletic Conference titles. What's kind of been the secret sauce the last 2 years? What have you guys been doing well inside the program that you can maybe, kind of point towards and say, we did that well and that kind of, resulted in conference titles?
I think, the secret sauce. Let me, that's a hard one. I think that there's not secret sauce, but what we do and what we emphasize is really developing a culture and competing and teaching these girls how to compete and having high standards for what we do, like not just on the volleyball court, which might be unique in different aspects for a college volleyball program, but we're really trying to emphasize what they're doing as people, like in the classroom, with their strength training, with their academics, things like that. So really make it well-rounded athletes and teaching them how to compete in life in general, not just on the volleyball court. And I think that's really helped us. And it's something that's made our program a little bit unique, to have very much like-minded coaches that are all have that same mentality, right? We have 3 coaches on our coaching staff this year that all play Division I volleyball. So they understand the grind of being a college athlete and how, the lessons we learn in athletics transfer into our lives after.
Coach, you're a former Vista Marietta star, so you're obviously very familiar with the talent in that area, right? The Southwestern League is absolutely loaded. You've got schools like Hemet that's had a lot of success in that area, Paloma Valley. So, there's talent in that area. Are you excited about, just the talent in the surrounding area and maybe trying to get some of those girls to play for the Eagles?
Oh, yes, definitely. We have a great pool of athletes to recruit from. So recruiting is very important for us. And, if those girls are looking at a community college, what can we have to offer? So that was one of my main goals with taking over the program. I want to be the strongest program in the Inland Empire, in the Riverside County area. So all these girls from around here that are from my Temecula team, from Marietta, from Lake Elsinore, they're coming to MSJC. That was one of my goals, 9 years ago when I took it over, and continue to be one of my goals, because we're right in their backyard. So if they're going to choose to play at a community college, come play for us. We're going to be top 25. We're going to get you out with a scholarship, which is the most important part and the whole idea with coming to it. So we have a great area. And then the other great thing is now all of the campuses we have at MSJC. We have our Temecula campus. We have a brand new athletic facility going in at Menifee. That's state of the art. And then we have our San Jacinto campus as well.
All right, Coach, obviously you want to win games, you want to win matches, but at the same time, you've probably got players, like you said, that they want to get exposure. They want to get maybe a scholarship offer. As a head coach, do you have to be conscious about that and be like, hey, of course we want to win. We want to hang banners and conference titles, but I also, like you said, I want to help you get out. I want to help you get those offers.
100%. So that's the biggest thing. When I'm out recruiting, obviously, I'm a very competitive person, if you guys know me, and any coach loves to win. But at the end of the day, coming to a community college is all about transferring them out. So it's coming in, getting the training, getting your academics, getting them to graduate with their AA degree, or if they're a qualifier, getting them out. You know, everything is based on getting them to the next level. So that's the number one goal in our program. Yes, I want to win conference titles. I want to go to the state championship, right? Like 100%. But at the end of the day, it's getting these girls to the next level and getting them, you know, a scholarship to play volleyball, the best sport there is.
All right, finally, Coach, you mentioned state championships, which obviously the conference titles are nice. You can hang banners for conference championships, but what would it mean to you to actually make up a playoff run and maybe get closer to the state title game?
Yeah, you know, that's the goal. I think every year is an improvement. And that, for me, it's looking back on each season and trying to see an improvement each year. And that's one of our goals this year. We talk about it as our team. You know, that's one thing that we haven't accomplished in our program yet, but it's something that we are looking toward and we're working toward every day. So that's something that, you know, we're practicing for, we're training for, and we're trying to prepare for right now.
Coach, that was awesome. That was a fantastic interview. I really appreciate your time. And even though you've got a lot of new players this season, I suspect you might have a third consecutive title, hopefully.
I hope. We're hoping.
That is Serinna Eason. She is the head volleyball coach at MSJC. Thank you so much for your time, Coach. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that was Coach Eason. We're going to take a quick break. Actually, we're got more college volleyball. We just put this together. Coach Nicky Cannon from UC Riverside is going to join us in just a couple of minutes when we come back here on the Inland Sports Show.
Hey, this is Ken Wyszynski, the head football coach at Ramona, and you're watching the Inland Sports Show.
The #1 sporting goods store in the Inland Empire is Ken's Sporting Goods in Norco. Whether you need new uniforms for the entire team, a Letterman's jacket, or new cleats for the upcoming season, check out Ken's Sporting Goods. Plus, now you can order masks with your favorite team, school, business, and more. Order for your entire team or organization. Visit kensportinggoods.com for more information and for the latest on the big sales. Make sure to follow Ken's Sporting Goods on Instagram and Twitter. So if you need team uniforms or sports gear, there's only one place to go in the Inland Empire. That's Ken's Sporting Goods. Calling all athletes. Make sure you're at your very best by training at Boost Performance Training in Corona. Whether you're a football player, soccer player, baseball player, lacrosse, athletes from all sports and all levels train at Boost Performance Training. Led by former Centennial High School football star Ray Bass, you'll develop explosive power, become faster, and add that lean muscle. Don't be left behind and get a leg up on the competition at Boost Performance Training. Visit boosttrainingsystems.com for information on their training programs and also on the Bass School. That's the Bass Alternative School for student athletes. Trying to earn a scholarship? Maybe make the varsity team? Get a spot in the starting lineup? Well, let Boost Performance Training help achieve your athletic goals.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Pep Fernandez from the Inland Sports Show. I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you. Thank you for your support over the last several years. In fact, we're going on year number 8 of the Inland Sports Show. It has certainly changed and evolved over the years, and you guys have been along for the entire journey. So thank you very much. We really appreciate it. We're on social media, so if you're already following us or subscribing, great. But you can also tell your teammates, your people at school, your family, your friends. There's the Inland Sports YouTube channel, approaching 2 million views. We got several thousand subscribers. We appreciate it. And make sure you share with other folks who might not be subscribing. Same goes for Twitter. We're on Twitter as well. And if you're looking for immediate results, breaking news, we post pictures and shorter videos. Check us out on Twitter. Twitter. That's inland_sports on Twitter. And we're also on Facebook. Yeah, we're still doing Facebook. In fact, we live stream the Inland Sports Show on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, you can check it out there live on Wednesday nights at 6:05 p.m. We're also on the Gram, the IG. If you want to see pictures and shorter videos from a lot of the games and events that we go to, you can check it out on Instagram. So if you support us by following along on social media, thank you so much. And if you'd like to take that to the next level, Inland Sports also has a Venmo account. If you'd like to financially support the show, you appreciate the service we provide to the IE, you can do that as well. Again, this is just an opportunity to say thank you to all you guys out there who follow the Inland Sports Show. You watch the Inland Sports Show each and every week. Thank you guys so much, and the best is yet to come.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Inland Sports Show, live and amplified here at Teen Vision TV 16. Who's ready for some Highlander volleyball? The new UC Riverside head coach joined us live on the show, Nicky Cannon. And Coach Cannon, we got to make this quick for you because you've got a big virtual meet and greet tonight. If you're watching the Inland Sports Show live, she's going to hop over on Zoom in, I don't know, less than 15 minutes now. But Coach, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming on the show. We appreciate it.
Thank you. I love it. Any opportunity to, be out here and talk about our program and all the exciting things we're going to do, I'm all about it.
So I'm not trying to steal your thunder or all your secrets you have for your big meet and greet tonight on Zoom, but why is it important to get just in touch with the community, maybe people who are supporters of the volleyball program, maybe it's parents of high school volleyball players. I mean, why is it important to just kind of touch base with folks and and talk to them and let them know who you are?
Yeah, no, honestly, I mean, it kind of goes back to everything, my whole vision and purpose and what I'm trying to build here at UC Riverside. And I always talk about together, believe, compete, so together, I want to be on this show. I want to be doing this meet and greet. I want to make sure that there's togetherness with us in the community, with our players across campus, all of that, because it's all about building that connectivity to generate the excitement for what we're trying to build here at UC Riverside. And believe, I believe in this program, belief in UC Riverside, in this community, just being strong and helping grow volleyball. Like, just got done with a clinic here at Pipeline, and getting more involved in the Inland Empire and just growing the sport of volleyball out here. And then competing, competing's fun. This is what it all comes down to, right? So it's this excitement for striving for excellence here at UC Riverside. And I'm just excited to share what we're trying to build and what we're about, and this new wave of, we might have been a sleeping giant, but we're ready.
All right, Coach, previously you were an assistant at Cal State Fullerton, so obviously you went up against UC Riverside. Now you get your head coaching gig with the Highlanders. The transition from assistant to head coach, what's something that you're like, man, I wish I knew now what I didn't know back then, because obviously being a head coach, there's a lot more responsibility, on your shoulders. What's something that now you're like, man, I had no idea when I was assistant that being a head coach of a Division I program would entail this?
Yes. I mean, honestly, it's just, I was so used to as an assistant just being like taking, orders and whatever I need to do, just get it done. And I'm like over here like, oh, I can delegate. This is fabulous. So I think and I'm kind of like a control freak in a sense. So I need to be better at delegating. I'm working on it, but yeah, that's my new learning experience.
And Coach, obviously, UCR, it was a down season last year, just 6 wins on the year. But let's be glass half full. What's the silver lining? Like, what do you like about where the program's at, or maybe some of the players you have? Why do you have optimism going into the season?
I mean, UC Riverside's an amazing school academically. I love that I'm going into a very strong academic school where they take a lot of pride in that. The returners who are coming back, they're amazing. They are strong. We made it, you know, through everything together. We are ready to fight. We're ready to grow together. And then the ones I'm bringing in, they know exactly where we're at. They know the seasons we've had in the past, and they're all up for the challenge. You know, and I think there's something to be said for the young women who are coming back and the ones that are coming in who want to help leave this program better than they found it. Mm-hmm. And they want to help build something and leave a legacy. And I love that.
Do you feel like the returning players, they have something to prove? Like, hey, we're better than what that record looked like last year. We have something to prove this year.
I think everyone comes in with a feeling of we have something to prove. And I want that, you know, I want all of us to feel like we have to grit and grind and work harder and be more energetic and be more excited because we all have something to prove.
All right, Coach, how would you describe your style of volleyball or the kind of volleyball you want to see from the Highlanders this season?
Relentless energy, fight, grit, grind, just pursuit. Madness. Yeah. I mean, if you can't tell, I'm a very high energetic type of person. Like I come out guns blazing, like, all right, let's go. Like we are the, you know, most excitable, you know, working hard, all of that. And so I think it's just a fun energy of volleyball's fun. It's a fun sport. And it's even more fun when there's just like this gritty, relentless pursuit energy. And that's exactly what we're trying to create here.
Do you feel like it starts at the top, like it starts with you, and hopefully that energy, that relentless, you know, it'll trickle down to your players, your assistant coaches, everybody?
Yes, and I was very intentional with the assistant coaches I'm bringing in. I'm very intentional with the young women I'm bringing in, that we all have, and not that everybody has to be like this excitable person, but that we all have a hunger for that relentless whatever it's going to take.
All right, Coach, finally, you know, when you look at your non-conference portion of this schedule, what are some things that you'll be looking for from your squad that make you feel like confident or optimistic going into Big West Conference play?
I mean, I think it's part of like where I say the believe, you know. I think when we are up against bigger teams that are, you know, higher ranked than we are and we're down 2 sets, do we still believe in each other? Do we still believe in ourselves? I want to see who has that belief and who's able to bring each other together to believe so that we can truly compete through whatever adversity we're facing. That's what I'm looking for.
All right, Coach, listen, if people are watching us live right now, again, we're live on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, there's still time. You can hop over to the meet and greet with Coach on Zoom. And, Coach, I think the Zoom link is on your Twitter account. Is that correct?
Yes, it's on our Instagram, our Twitter, at UCR Volleyball. Hop on. We'll be talking a lot more. You can meet the assistant coaches. Some of our players will be on there. It'll be fun.
Coach, listen, I really appreciate the time. I love your enthusiasm, your energy that you're going to bring to the program, and we got to do this again soon. I really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, whenever you want me on here, I'll be up here every week. Let me know.
That is Nicky Cannon, the new volleyball coach at UC Riverside, joining us here on the Inland Sports Show. Thank you, Coach. And again, yeah, there's still time. You can hop over on Zoom. Again, you can find it on UCR Volleyball, Instagram, Twitter, the link. You can hop on the Zoom virtual meet and greet with Coach Cannon. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the Inland Sports Show. Again, a big shout out to our high school football coaches, Coach Otuafi. Let me stop by their practice the other day. Tommy Leach and his son joined us live here on the show. We also had Serinna Eason from Mount San Jacinto College Volleyball. And, of course, you just saw our Coach Cannon from UC Riverside. The biggest shout out of all, Johnny Nunez, our director behind the scenes here on the Inland Sports Show. Can't thank him enough. And thank you to all you guys out there for watching the show. And make sure you follow and subscribe and give us a like on Inland Sports. My name is Pep Fernandez. God bless you. Stay safe out there, and we will see you next week on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show.